Thank you first for being here. Namaste. This is going to be a 60-minute moon salutation yoga cross train. So you will need some water for sure, your weights, a ball, your mat. We're going to go inside in a second, but I wanted to start outside. Like definitely a chilly morning. You can see my breath in the air, but I just wanted to take a moment to just ground ourselves outside and just acknowledge the change in the seasons. When we started this challenge a couple weeks ago on the autumn equinox, it was warm out in the morning, right? And so now there's such a shift, and you're really noticing the change in the seasons, the trees, and all the changes in nature. So I hope you're outside with me, but wherever you are, just take a moment to ground yourself, aligning your posture in mountain pose. Put your shoulders up, back, and down. Feel your feet grounded into whatever surface is beneath you. Feel your heart open, the crown of your head spiral up to the sky. Your hands down by your side. Just take a deep belly breath. Inhale that fresh, cool, crisp air. And exhale, releasing and grounding yourself in the present moment. On your next inhale, I want you to sweep your arms out and up. Gather good, positive warrior spirit, calm energy. And exhale, draw your hands back to heart center. We're going to do that one more time. We're just going to do 2 little poses out here. So inhale, deep, full diaphragmatic, cleansing, energizing breath in. This time I want you to take your right hand to your right hip, stretch up to the sky, and then laterally flex the spine. And this is just a standing half moon without any balance. Feel your feet grounded down and just get that nice lateral flexion. Such an easy stretch to do, but feels so good, right? Especially in the morning. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, release that hand down by your side. Let's switch sides. Inhale, other hand up. Opposite hand on your hip, reach for the sky, exhale, take it over to the side. I hope you got out and saw the beautiful moon if you were able to see it. I was very blessed this morning to see an amazing full moon at 5:30 in the morning. But if you didn't get to see it today, take the time tonight or tomorrow morning to really just acknowledge it, the power of the moon. Inhale, reach all the way back up, both hands down on your hips. Inhale, rise up and reach up. You're going to then take your hands down onto your sacrum, low back. You're going to lean back, pressing your hands into your sacrum, look up to the sky. Again, just acknowledging the change in the seasons. Feel your hands firmly pressing into your sacrum, opening the heart to greatness. And then exhale, release the hands forward. You're going to interlace them out in front of you. You're going to bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, press to the spine, really round the spine. Let the head drop down between the arms so the arms are aligned right by the ears, looking down towards your knees. Keep your knees bent. We're going to inhale, come all the way up, and you're going to wiggle out and up. So wiggling the rib cage, pressing the palms up to the hand. Feel energetically the elbows are pulling in towards the ears. And then you're going to release your hands back down by your side onto your hips. And I want you to just take your feet about hip distance apart and really stand strong. Like this is like Superwoman pose, right? Like I am confident, I am calm, nothing's stopping me. So I want you to just stand there for a second and feel that power. And again, just feel, even though you might not be able to see the moon right now, it is still up there. The power of the moon is still very much illuminating us from the inside, right? So just take a moment to feel so grounded, so strong, so calm, so confident. Inhale, nice deep breath with that calm, clean, crisp air. And exhale, step your toes together to touch. Take one more deep breath in. And exhale back to mountain pose where you feel good and aligned. Now make your way to your mat in good posture, good alignment. I'm going to carry you downstairs with us. You guys want to come inside? Come on, everybody. I don't know who's going to join me downstairs, but we shall see. So make your way onto that mat. Again, you're going to need your weights, your yoga ball, if you have it. Some water would be good. It's a 60-minute class, well, closer to probably like 40 minutes total for the work part. And we'll take little breaks as we go. But, you know, it'll be a little challenging. I'm not going to lie. It's not the balancing half moon is the pose that our peak pose for today. It's not the easiest pose, right? But like I say, you can have a seat, by the way. What have you ever done in life that was easy, that felt like super rewarding? I mean, very few things. If you have children, was that like not the hardest thing you've ever done, raising your children, but the most rewarding thing, hopefully? You know, you can think of a million things that you stepped out of your comfort zone and did something hard, but it felt really good. And so I want you to keep that in mind as we work on this balancing half moon and this flow today. So coming to easy seated pose, we're just going to take a moment to feel grounded again. And we're going to do what's called a circle stir, which many of you have done with me before. Just really nice for the hips, really grounding and very centering. So circles are very centering. And as you do look up at the moon, hopefully later tonight or the sun today, circles, remember, just that full circle motion is very calming for the central nervous system. Okay, so with your hands down onto your knees, you can lean one side, lean forward, feel that little gentle stretch in your hips, and then lean back. So your hands are on your kneecaps to anchor you, and then you just make a circle. And what I want you to try not to do is move your head. Okay, so your head is just stable on your cervical spine, your neck, but you're moving from you're stirring from your spine, right? So your spine stays in alignment. You just feel that circular motion. Go ahead and close your eyes and just circle around and feel that calming sensation run through the central nervous system. And take a moment to just feel proud of yourself for showing up. And remember, if you did get off track through these last 2 weeks, no worries. It's life. It happens. But here's your opportunity to get back on track, to reset, and really take this opportunity this week to practice your yoga, your superfoods, and your self-care. Take a moment as you continue to circle 2 or 3 more times to just reset any positive intentions. Move and breathe. Beautiful. Find stillness in the center. Inhale, sit up really tall, opening and lifting that heart. Again, lifting and opening to goodness, to greatness, to our higher self. And then reverse the circle in the other direction. Again, close your eyes. Block out distraction. Whatever is going on around you, whatever your to-do lists are today, for now, just be present and really try to focus on how you're feeling and how your physical body energetically opens you up to aligning your actions and your thoughts. So your thoughts and your desires, what you want, to the actions you're going to take today and this week. Okay, a little quiet time as you do 2 or 3 more circles and just contemplate your intentions. And then find stillness in the center. Sit up very tall so you feel alignment. This is seated mountain pose. So we practice mountain pose standing. Now feel it seated, open and aligned. Thoughts to actions. You can turn your palms to face up. We have 60 seconds of silence to reset our positive intentions. So with your eyes softly closed, your jaw relaxed, your forehead soft. Contemplate and think back to the golden Buddha, where we started the journey, and the musk deer, the intention and the inner wisdom. And just take a moment to quiet the mind and reset positive intentions, breathing in and out through the nose. As you're here, consciously breathing, reflecting back again what you're letting go of, what doesn't serve you, and then of course all the actions we're taking to strengthen our warrior spirit. Just want to read to you 3 quick quotes. I included these in my book because this is in the Flexibility for Warriors chapter. Flexibility means being able to make problems into teachers. Right, so we've talked about that so much. The obstacles that we continue to face are actually opportunities. So flexibility, as we know, is much, much more than a physical thing. So we're going to be practicing on our mat today, but we're going to carry it off of our mat and into our yoga off the mat practices. The second quote is, "The hard and the still will be broken. The soft and the supple will prevail." So flexibility is power, that whole mindset. And then the third one is, notice the stiffest tree can easily be cracked while the bamboo survives by bending and flowing in the wind. All beautiful and very symbolic to just acknowledge. And through this continued change in the seasons, just acknowledging again that we're going to be strengthening our physical body with nourishing foods, and knowing that the nourishing foods that are in season right now, the root vegetables, apples, kale, you know, all of those things are in season right now. So I want you to make sure that you're incorporating those in your superfood smoothies and soups and salads and all that stuff this week. Okay? Okay. Go ahead and make your way to child's pose. So we're going to start gentle, but it is going to build. We are adding the weights in too, and we are going to work on that balancing half moon pose. So sitting your hips back onto heels, acknowledging any physical feelings that you're feeling right now. So how's your body feeling? What do you need to take care of? And always knowing that you can drop back into child's pose anytime you just want to take a rest on your own. You don't need my permission to do that. You need to trust your own intuition and just listen to your body. And then go ahead and shift up to your hands and knees. And we're going to start with a spinal balance, and then we're going to modify it a little bit so I can show you a modification for balancing half moon. So just easy spinal balance, otherwise known as bird dog in the fitness world. Right leg back, left arm forward. Feel the strength in the core of the body. The eyes soft, nice and easy. Lift and lengthen away from the center. And then exhale, release it down, switch sides. So left leg, right arm. Thumb to the sky, back heel flexing, inhale, and release it down. Now what we're going to do is switch that. So you're going to take it to the side now. You're going to kind of kickstand your right foot back, and this is your side, modified side plank, right? Otherwise, this is going to be your modified side balancing half moon for those of you who don't want to do the full thing today. Okay, so just remember this one with the knee down. Inhale, feel the length from the fingertip out through the heels to really activate your heel. Feel the core strong. Doesn't that feel good? Release it down. We're going to kickstand the other foot to the side and then take it to the other side. Reach it out and up. Again, feel the energy from the right middle finger reaching away from you. And then strong core, eyes soft, heel flexing. Feel the activation through the heel. And then take it down. And we're just gonna keep switching that from right to left for like 8 more times. Okay, so just take your time. Take it from side to side. As always, you guys, you can go faster than me. You can go slower than me. You do you. I do me. And really, then we're all in a better place. It's the competition. There's no competition in yoga, right? All right, because yoga is unity. So if we just do what serves us the best, gosh, wouldn't that be an amazing place for everybody to be? Now, competition is normal, and competition sometimes brings out the best in us, right? But just for this practice for today, honor and listen to your body. One more time on each side. You probably will feel some glute activation here too, which is intentional. You're going to need that for the practice today. So nice, easy warm up. And bring it down. Okay, good. Now from there, go ahead and if you have your blocks, by the way, so here's how I want you to set up for now. Your blocks are shoulder distance apart at the short edge of your mat. Your weights are right outside of your your mat, right outside of your blocks. And then just keep your ball close by because you're going to need it soon enough. Now go ahead and put your hands on your blocks and sit your hips back onto your heels and rest in child's pose. Take a deep breath in and out through your nose and feel the breath come into the low back. Go ahead and shift your weight forward. You're going to bend your elbows, keep them on the blocks and lower down. Your hands are right over the blocks. Hello, Bruno. We're going to inhale, float up, Superwoman, Superman, toes pointed, hands under the shoulders right above the blocks, and then release it down. So inhale, lift, exhale, lower. And just do that like 8 to 10 times, just strengthening the back of the body. Breathing in as you lift, breathing out as you lower. Connect to movement and breath. A couple more. And this is your last one. And then hands pressed back onto your blocks. We're going to go ahead and come into a downward facing dog. So you can keep your hands on your blocks, which is really a nice modification. If you don't have the blocks, don't worry about it. Just hands palms flat. Just going to give you some options today to incorporate the blocks if you like, which is really nice. Okay, take a nice deep breath in your downward dog. And then go ahead and walk your feet forward to your blocks. They can be in between your blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Your fingertips can be on your blocks. Belly in, shoulder blades pulled back and together. Feel the length from the crown to the tail. Exhale, round your spine, come into forward fold. Now, take a giant step back with your left foot. You're going to be turning to face the long edge of your mat and grab onto your ball, okay? And then come rolling up to standing. Okay, you have all that. So you have your ball, your toes are turned out, your heels are in. You're going to drop the ball down between your knees. Check that your knees are pushing open. You can see your big toes. So push backwards with your knees, pull your belly in, drop straight down. So here we go. We're going to take it down and up. Okay, we're just going to do a modification of some moon salutations today. And I want you to imagine this little ball here is the moon, and you're harnessing the power of the moon. Pull it into your heart center and then make a circle. So push down and rise up. Push down and if you don't have a ball, whatever, just do what feels good for you. Okay, but you are harnessing the power of the moon. I put my little talisman necklace outside last night to bask in the light of the moon. Hopefully you did the same, but if you didn't, you can do that tonight if you have like some gem or some sort of symbolic, energetic thing that you wear or you keep by your desk or something that you want to charge up with the power of the moon. I like to do that. I know it's a little woo-woo, but it just makes me happy. Okay, one more time. Inhale and exhale. Bring that ball right to your heart center and pulse, pulse. Pulse. Now again, the energy, the power of the moon is illuminating us. We started at the autumn equinox, and here we are engaging and being present and trying to light ourselves up. So when you look up the illumination of the moon, that's where we're working to. And you guys are doing an amazing job despite any obstacles. Okay, press down, we're warming up. A couple more. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go ahead and lift up. Turn to your right foot. Okay, so here we are. We're going to be in a high lunge. The ball reaches to the sky, the hips low. We're going to inhale, and we're going to exhale, come back up. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Really make sure you're pushing, by the way, through this front heel. Okay, not through the ball of the foot, but the heel. And don't you feel a lot more in the glute when you do that? Yeah, okay. Last 2. We're going to add a little lunge twist to this. Super fun. Okay, so you're going to push off your left foot. You're going to rotate through the spine and come to a twist position. If you lose your balance, what do? You have a sense of humor, you try again. You'll get this a flow. Once we go, you'll get it a flowing motion going. Now twist both sides. Twist to the right, twist to the left, twist to the right, twist to the left. Again, if you're feeling wobbly today, hold on to the wall, hold on to a chair, your couch, whatever. But if you can not do that and really work on the balance, it's going to help you once we get into balancing half moon. Last 2 and 1. I'm warming up. How are you feeling? Check in. Again, stop at any time and take some water, or maybe your fresh organic juice, or your smoothie if you made that. Now push down and rise up. Push, pull. Check in with your knees. You're pressing out, and you're mindfully really trying to connect with the seasons, the change, the present moment, and energetically harnessing the power of the moon, illuminating our path, and taking action today to connect with our warrior spirit. Last 2. Breathe and move. Nice job. Now turn to your left foot. You're up on the ball of the right foot. You're going to sink down low. And again, if you have that ball, bring it down and up. Move and breathe. And lift and lower. Are you pushing through your front heel? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I feel the connection to the glute and the hamstring. Okay, we're going to add that twist. So you're going to push off the right foot, twist the ball to your right, so toward the ball towards your bent knee, and then you step back and rotate towards the left. Just do the best you can, as always, you guys. If you're confused with a twisting motion or whatever, just do some regular reverse lunges. That's totally fine. But it's like walking. If you don't think about it, it just happens naturally. Your arms swing and you go in the motion that you're supposed to go. Last two. And last one. Big step back. All right, turn the toes out, the heels in, drop down. One more time for these plies. Harness the power of the move and breathe. Everyone's getting warmed up. Last two. And one. Good, go ahead and put that ball down. Now the way, I got this ball on Amazon, by the way. I did put the link in the video if you want to get one. We are going to use it for abs a little bit later. Okay, moving on. Blocks are on the short edge, right? Weights are right outside of that. Okay, now come down to this athletic ready position. Feel your heart rate hopefully a little bit elevated, maybe not much, but enough that you feel the prana, the life force energy flowing in the body. Press your knees open, drop down. Pull the shoulders down, drop your right shoulder down between your knees, look over the left shoulder. Now straighten the right arm and really push on the inside of the knee. Push that right knee away from you. Feel that nice groin and your thigh stretch. Look up over the left shoulder. And inhale to center and switch. Same thing, other side. Left shoulder drops down. Look out over the right shoulder. And again, if you got off track, this is your opportunity to hop back in. You have several days, you have a whole week left. You know, that whole week can make a big difference. So do the best you can. You're looking out over your right shoulder. You push your left arm into your left knee, press it away. And then come all the way up. Good, take an inhale and exhale. We're gonna turn towards the right foot now. We're just gonna do those kind of athletic yoga cross train sun salutations that I know you all love so much. So from this position, your hands are on your blocks. You're gonna step back to your plank and you're gonna bring your right knee to your right elbow and your left knee to your left elbow. Okay, right and left. Now your options are just nice and slow like this, okay? Or pick it up to a mountain climber. All right, what do? You do you. You do you is what you do. So do whatever modification feels good for you. Okay, couple more. And then either with bent knees or straight legs, do a set of push-ups. Okay, how many is up to you. So you can do 1, you can do 12 or 15, you can do straight leg or bent knee, but do some push-ups and really focus on leading with your heart. If you do have your blocks, it gives you extra range of motion. So your chest drops straight down between your blocks and you're getting that full range of motion. I just want you to work to fatigue with good alignment. And remember, you can always take a little rest, like, oh, okay, I need a little rest. And then come back into it and do a few more, because I bet you can. I know you can. Rest for a second or two and then squeeze out another 2 or 3. Okay, did you finish a good set? So from there, I want you to step your right foot up and in between the blocks. If it needs help getting forward, you just grab onto it, you scoochie it forward. Your knee is right out over your ankle. You're gonna squeeze your knee straight and lower your hips down. You're gonna press your left foot flat like a warrior base, and you're gonna reach out and grab the weight with your left hand. You're gonna lower it down, and just like you're starting a lawnmower, you pull it up and down. Now you have an option, you guys, to put both of your weights together. Like I have an 8-pound weight here. It's kind of light for this motion today. An 8-pound weight is light for your back. In other words, it might not sound like it to you guys, but it is. So you can double up your weights and do more, okay? It's entirely up to you. I'm gonna go light today because I did a ton of gardening yesterday and I have a ton more gardening to do today. So I'm gonna save a little bit of my strength, but I want you to do what feels good for you. Now the breathing is inhale, exhale, pull. Inhale, exhale, pull, okay? And just do a couple more of this rowing motion. Now from here, we're gonna hold the elbow up to the top and we're gonna squeeze the arm straight for a tricep extension. Now, if you did have 2 weights, you probably wanna put one down at this point Unless you're just holding 2-pound weights, then you can hold 2, and that would be 4 total, which is still light for triceps. All right, so we need to build our strength. If you're in that over 50 category in particular, where you start to lose muscle mass and strength over the age of 40. So we got to stay strong and flexible, warriors. Okay, couple more. And this is your last one. Now I want you to put the weight down. Good. You're going to keep that right knee bent. We're going to come into a reverse warrior. Awesome job. We're going to get that on the other side in just a second. We got some biceps to do next. So a little upper body, bend that right knee, and hands down on either side of your right foot on your blocks. Now grab both weights. Grabbing both weights. You're going to get a little lower body and upper body together. Yeah. So quad, hamstring, glute, and biceps. We're going to lower down. We're going to inhale. We're going to exhale and curl. Inhale, exhale. Now, we're not going to have a ton of time today to do all of these weights, even though we have 60 minutes together. It's going to go quickly because we want to do the moon salutations too. So just know I want you to get everything you can out of this round of weights, because we're only going to do one set. Pushing through your heel, breathing in. Some of you are like, oh, thank goodness. But it's a great combination. Last one here. Weights are going to go down on either side of your blocks. We're going to get a good hamstring stretch by pulling your tailbone back towards your left heel. And you're going to fold out over your right leg, bring your nose to your knee, and take a couple nice deep breaths. Now you lift the tailbone, you open the heart, you soften the elbows, and again, no judgment, no competition. So it doesn't matter exactly where you are in the stretch right now. What matters is you feel in your body that this feels good. Yeah, my body needs this. Take one more very calming breath in and out through the nose. And again, remember that symbolism of the golden Buddha. We're chipping away at all the crap to show our inner light. And like the moon, we're illuminating from the inside out. Take one more very deep breath. Enjoy that runner's lunge, one of my favorite all-time stretches. And then we're going to go ahead and shift forward. And we're going to try our first balancing half moon. You ready? You're going to squeeze your left knee straight. You guys are ready for this. And by the way, I'm going to put a little balance challenge on the Instagram for you guys who are doing the remixes. I love it. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I want you to push off the left foot. You can take your block with you and lift your left foot up from the ground. Now, if you want to use the block, there's 3 different heights from it. So it can be flat, right? It can be up one level, or if you need a lot of help, it can be up to the highest level. Grab onto your left hip. And you can stay right here. This is perfect. Or if you want to, stretch your left hand up to the sky, reach out and up. Eyes stay focused, belly is strong. And then if you're feeling really confident with it, let go of the block and see if you can hover. Hover it up for 3, 2, your block is like a training wheel for you. Last one. And release the toes down together. Awesome job, you guys. Both blocks flat, shoulder distance apart. Inhale to a halfway lift. Feet are between the blocks. Exhale to a forward fold. Step or hop back to plank pose. Nice job. Now we're going to do that all on the other side. You ready? So start with your mountain climbers. Either slow, right? Engaging the core, or pick up your pace. Whatever. Do what feels good and right for you. Couple more. And either with straight legs or bent knees, lower all the way down so your chest is between your blocks, your hands are under your shoulders on the blocks. You inhale, hover up. You exhale, lower down. You fly like Superwoman. Let's go. Breathe and lift. Breathe and lift. Strengthen the whole back line of the body. Keep the heart open. Lengthen out through the toes. Feel the long line of energy from the crown of your head down the length of your spine. Last 2. Strengthen that back line. Last 1. And then press back to child's pose. Remember, you can stay in child's pose longer if you want. Take a little rest. Otherwise, make your way to downward facing dog. Your left foot is going to step up through your hands or in between the blocks, and your blocks are still right underneath your shoulders. You can keep your left hand on the block, or you can do fist for wrist. I forgot to mention that on the other side. So if your wrist feels awkward in that extreme flexion, you can make a fist, and then that way your fist is in a straight line, right? It's an option. You can try it. Right heel flat, and then you grab onto the weight with your right hand. So right heel flat, hold the weight in your right hand. We're going to do those rows. You ready? You're going to row like you mean it, like zoom. Again, you can hold two weights, right? And just cross your weights one on top of each other. You have to challenge yourself a little bit, guys. Like if you want to get stronger, this can't be just easy, right? But there's a fine line, right? There's a fine line, so obviously don't overdo it, but do something that challenges you just enough that you're gonna challenge your strength, okay? The exhale is on the pull. So we can start our own lawnmowers, of course we can. I start my own lawnmower sometimes, not always, my husband does a lot, but I can and I do, and I mow my own gosh darn lawn as well. Yeah, I know, I'm a do-it-yourselfer. Okay, last one or two. Now, if you do have two weights, you can put one down, probably. Keep your right elbow up really high so your weight is right by your rib cage. Your left knee is bent out over your left ankle, and you extend and bend for triceps. The breathing is still the same. The core is still strong from the inside out. The exhalation is on the exertion. So as you extend the elbow straight and the right elbow is up really high to the ceiling, couple more, strengthen and press. We are strong, flexible, peaceful, balanced warriors. Okay, go ahead and release that right with the weight down to beside the block that's on your right hand side. Okay, so the block's on the outside. You're gonna bend your left knee. We're gonna come into sun warrior. So we salute the sun and the moon. And just being aware of nature is so healing, right? And out in nature more. Breathe and reach. Less technology, less gadgetry, more connection to nature. Okay, bring your hands down on either side of your left foot on each block if you have them. Pivot your right heel up. Grab your weights. You don't have to use your weights, but you know, like we talked about, strength is power. Okay, go ahead and lower down. And then pushing through your left heel, pull it up. So we inhale and we push through the heel and we add those bicep curls. So we're doing glutes, quads, hamstrings, biceps, and we're mindful of breathing. And of course, we're working on balance too. So lots going on. Very functional movement. I'm taking a continuing education now on functional aging, you guys. This is it. This is it. Functional movement. Lots of things going on at one time. Couple more. Oh, I'm gonna feel this. Last one, in a good way. And then gently put your weights down. And you're gonna release your right knee down and we're gonna come into a fabulous runner's lunge. It's gonna feel so good. Pull your tailbone back. Your hands can be on your blocks. And you fold out over your left leg and we breathe in and out through the nose. Now be mindful of your tailbone and your spine. So can you align your spine more even in this position? Open your heart more. Pull your shoulder blades back and together. Lift your tailbone. How is your breathing? Can you slow it down? Can you calm it down? If you can, here and now when your heart rate's a little bit up, you'll also be able to do it in other challenging times of your life. So calmly breathe and stretch for one more breath. And then we're going to practice that balancing half moon. Are you ready? We're going to push off. Remember, you can use your block. Curl your right toes under, push off your right foot, and find your balance. If you're taking your block with you, again, it can be at the lowest level here. It can be up a level, or it can be at the highest level. Okay? So do what feels good and right for you. Whatever you're choosing to do, flex that right heel. Remember the modification I showed you at the very beginning, the kneeling option of balancing half moon. All good, you guys. Do that if that feels better for you. Be strong from the center. Pull the belly in. Reach the right hand up and out. Feel as if you're pulling in 4 directions. Again, harness and grab onto the power of the moon. One more deep breath. And release your hand down onto your right hand down onto your block, your right foot down. Inhale to your halfway lift. Blocks are right on either side of your feet. Exhale into a forward fold. Step or hop back to plank pose, right at the top of your push-up. We're going to do a regular vinyasa by bending the elbows and lowering down. Inhale to a cobra or upward facing. I'm laughing because I could literally give Bruno a little kiss while I'm down there. That's awesome. Little bonus points. Push back. Ground yourself in downward dog and breathe. Again, be so proud of yourself for showing up. That's the first thing we always have to do is you set the intention, like you know how you want to feel. But the thing is, you show up, right? And you show up consistently. So hundreds of videos on my channel, you can do one a day. Some of them are just 10 minutes long. There's really no excuse not to make time for that, especially if you skip out on some scrolling or some posting and just focus on your own mind, body, spirit. Look to your hands, step or hop forward. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale to your forward fold or rest back into child's pose. Right knee back, left knee back. Hands can stay on your blocks and forehead drops down to your mat and breathe. Good. Go ahead and lift yourself back up to sitting and grab onto your green ball and have a sip of water, by the way. Shout out to More Life organic juice, by the way. Oh my goodness. Fuel your prana, you guys. Okay. We're going to do a little ab series here. So just make sure your blocks and your weights are out of your way. Grab onto your green ball. We're going to start with it behind your sacrum tailbone. By the way, if you don't have a green ball or you don't have a ball, again, I put the link in the comments of the video if you want to grab one from Amazon. But if you don't have one, just use some regular crunches. Follow along the best you can, as always. You don't use, oh, I don't have that, I'm not going to do anything, I'm just going to watch. No, it doesn't work that way. You can't just watch. You have to do. You have to do. But if you do have a ball, what you're going to do is kind of scooch it so it's tucked right underneath your sacrum. Okay, so it's not going to pop out and roll away. Your hands come across your shoulders. Your neck is in line with your spine. Now you honor and protect your back first. If this doesn't feel good for your back, do something that does. Just a forearm plank is totally fine. It's great. Whatever, do something. But if you have a ball and it feels okay for you, your knees are together, by the way. Energetically squeeze your knees together. That helps to activate the inner thighs, which is attached up to the pelvic floor and into the abdominal wall. Your hands are across your shoulders and we're breathing in as we lower back, breathing out. Now, if you've not done this before, holy moly, you'll start to feel quivery and shaky and you'll be like, oh yeah, I feel that prana. I feel it because it's something new and different. So we're just gonna do this a few more breaths and then we're gonna hold and we're gonna feel alive in that little quiver. It's kind of fun, kind of fun to feel alive. Isn't it fun to feel the heat that you're creating too? I'm not a huge fan of hot yoga, I gotta tell you, because it's like blasting heat on me. I want the heat to come from the inside. I wanna make that heat, okay? Earn it. Couple more here. Not to say, you know, if you love hot yoga, by the way, good for you. Doesn't work great for me, but again, we all have to do what works good and feels good for us. It's that bio-individuality that makes us all unique, which is a good thing. Inhale and exhale. How are you feeling? You feel it? Yeah, me too. Squeeze those knees, hold it back here, little pulses. Now just make it an inch. Try to lean back into it. Really feel the strength from the core of the body. Again, harness the power of the moon, you guys. Harness it. Couple more. Feel it. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come off of it. Awesome job. We got a couple more to do with this ball. So I want you to take the ball and squeeze it between your knees now and lie down on your back. Now the ball, your right foot, the ball's between your knees, but your right foot is going to be over your left foot. Your hands will be behind your head. Elbows out wide, heart is open. Left toe drops down to the floor. Keep the belly pulling in. Exhale, lift it up. Bring the elbows to touch the knees. Inhale down, squeeze the ball. Exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale. Now you can do this without the ball, right? And you're still, same thing, right ankle over left knee. elbows reaching to knees. Close your eyes maybe. Just focus your energy inward. Remember, this season of fall heading into winter is a time to go inward. It's a time to really allow the energy. Imagine the trees, they're dropping their leaves and the energy is coming in. So close your eyes, block out distraction, and just be right here, right now. Each and every repetition counts. Okay? One or two more, just like that. You're amazing, you're amazing, you've got this. And release it down. I want you to talk to yourself like that, by the way. Like, talk to yourself like you're your best friend or you're your own health coach. I'm amazing, I got this. Feet are hip distance apart. Hands are down by your side with your fingertips reaching to your heels. Take a deep belly breath. Energize from the inside, ground down through the feet, lift up with the hip bones. Nose is pointed straight up to the ceiling. So once you see what we're doing, you're gonna align your neck with your cervical spine, your neck. Feel energetically that you're pushing down through all parts of your feet. Your hands are down by your side. Now I want you to just take a walk, lifting your left heel up and lifting your right heel up. You're squeezing the ball, activating the inner thighs, but you're lifting up with your heel, just an inch or toe. It doesn't have to be a big dramatic movement. Just a quarter of an inch actually is fine. But what you're feeling is a shift from right to left, but you're trying to stabilize and not rock your hips. Give it a try, a couple more. Press down with your arms and your triceps. Feel the weight of your foot shifting from right to left. Now both feet down, lift your hips up as high as you can. Feel everything that's touching the floor. Everything that is touching the floor is pushing down and back. Everything that's not touching the floor is lifting up, up, up. Now squeeze that ball energetically using that inner thigh, groin, pelvic floor. Sweep your hands up to the sky, take an inhale, and then slowly roll down through your vertebra one at a time. Amazing job. Pull your knees back into your chest, cross your left ankle over your right. Still squeeze the ball, adjust it if you need to. Hands out behind your head, elbows out, chest and heart open to receive good positive energy. We inhale, tap the right toe down. Exhale, bring the elbows up. Touch the elbows to the knees. Now again, close your eyes. One of the basic principles that we've been working on is this chill power factor, this letting go. Like, there's a time to work, there's a time for willpower, right here, right now, do hard things, but there's also a time to let go of the things that you can't control. And no complaining about like the weather that we can't control. Even though we might not love it, like, okay, you can't control it, what are you gonna do? You're gonna take some positive action. Maybe you're gonna, if you get seasonal affect disorder, like you're gonna find an infrared sauna, for example. You're gonna do yoga. You're gonna fuel your body with good, healthy foods to lift your spirits or whatever. What else can't you control? I don't know. List it for yourself. And then how can we shift energetically to focus on what we can control? And the one thing we can control is our health and our wellness, the actions that we're taking. One action at a time. And right now we are strengthening from the inside. This belly, this navel chakra you're strengthening right now, home of perseverance, home of your warrior spirit. Okay, I can and I will. I can and I will. Last two, you guys, come on. I know I'm not alone. You're with me. We can do this together. We are part of a positive ripple effect. Awesome job. Release it down. Okay, now two more exercises just for fun using the ball. You're gonna release the ball down and bring it under, this is a little coordination, bring it under your feet, just like this, okay? It's gonna be wobbly, just like a bosu was wobbly, and that's the point. If you feel unstable, you gotta use all these stabilizer muscles, and again, functional aging, that's what we're working on. Now you're gonna push your feet down into the ball and lift your hips up. Your hands can be down by your side. Okay, that's going to help to stabilize you. The wider they are, like a tripod, the more stable you'll feel. But here's what I want you to try. Lift one hand up. I'm going to turn my nose to the ceiling too. I encourage you to do the same. Lift the other hand up, okay? Find your balance. You can do this. Focus your eyes. Keep trying. If it's hard, like whatever, try again. And then see if you can move a little bit in your bridge. Take it down and up and move through your bridge. Now, you know, years ago, you guys, when I first started teaching yoga, it's been over 20 years. I can't believe it. But, and many of you were there with me at the very beginning. I love you. You've been on this long journey with me. But the very, very beginning, I had this older man. He was in his 80s. He was a private client at a club that I worked at the time. He was in his 80s, and he wanted me to work with him one-on-one. I hope you're still moving and breathing, by the way, as I tell you this. He wanted me to work with him one-on-one because, you know why? He could no longer tie his shoes. He couldn't reach down and tie his own shoelaces, and it was devastating for him. And I was in my 20s at the time, my late 20s, early 30s. And I got it, but I didn't really get it until like now, when now my mom is 80. And guess what? She's struggling with the same thing. She still can do it because she's maintained her strength and her flexibility. But, you know, this is why we do this now. We do this now. We've got this. We'll be able to continue to do this. And we will age gracefully and hopefully with flexibility and resilience. How are your hamstrings and glutes feeling? You got that? Yeah, me too. Okay, now grab onto the ball between your feet and send the ball straight up to the ceiling. Now, that was a lot of glute hamstrings, so you might feel a nice hamstring stretch here, which is great. And you can hold out behind your hamstrings if you want to, but try to straighten your knees as much as possible to get that good hamstring stretch. Again, your hands can be here on your belly. They can be down by your side. They can also be under your sacrum. Okay, that gives you a little bit. For those of you with the back challenges, you might want to try that, your hands on your sacrum. I'm going to give you two options here. You're squeezing the ball between your feet. Again, knees are going to be bent for your first option. For those of you who struggle a little bit with maybe some back challenges, the breathing is in through the nose, out through the nose. You can breathe out through the mouth too if that helps you. Okay, if that's feeling okay with you, no strain, no challenges, no problem, straight legs. All the way down and all the way up. Again, nose is pointed to the ceiling, neck is in line with the spine. The inhale lowers you, the exhale lifts you. Now, just for extra fun, because we like to have fun while we're doing this, you're going to grab onto the ball with your hands. You're going to do a handoff. You're going to take the ball over your head, lower your feet down. That's your inhale. Exhale, pull it up, grab onto the ball. Your hands go over your head without the ball. Your feet hold the ball, lower down. You hand off. Okay? How awesome is that? You got it? Can you do like 3 or 4 more for me? I know you can. I want you to check in the Facebook group, you guys too, and let me know how you're doing. All right? Later. Not now. Later. Very active Facebook group this time. I love, love, love all of your energy. Thank you for that. And all for tagging me on Instagram too. You know how much that makes my day? You have no idea. All right, that's your last one. You're amazing. You got it. Okay, put your ball to your side. I usually put my ball on like my jacket like that so it doesn't roll away. And then make your way up if you can get your balance in boat pose. Feel free to do that. I have to try a second time. Open and lift, breathe. And if you feel like you can extend your legs a little bit with your hands underneath your thighs, do that. If you want to keep your knees bent, that's fine. Or if you want to let go, all good. 3, look right out beyond the toes. 2, and 1. Good. Now, you can either step or hop yourself back to plank, hands on the blocks, and good alignment. We are nearing the end, you guys. We're going to do one more round with just a regular moon salutation. And then if you feel like you want to do more, you can always come back and do a second round with that strength. Okay, so let's do a vinyasa. Elbows bend, half or all the way down. Inhale into your cobra or upward facing. Bruno's such a sleepy boy today. Exhale, downward facing dog, push back. And breathe and recenter yourself. So listen, you guys, we have about 5 more minutes here on our mats. Then we're going to go back outside and just recheck in outside. Okay? So full moon salutation. I want you to step your right foot up and in between your hands and walk around to your mat, to the long edge of your mat, and just relax your forehead down. Now shake out your head and your neck. Let it go. Get a good straddle stretch and anchor yourself in the present moment and finish strong. We're going to do one more round of moon salutations with the balancing half moon. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and bring it up. You can draw your hands to your hips, your elbows to the sky, press down through your feet, lift all the way up. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So turn the toes out and the heels in. Last round of moon salutation without the weights, okay? Without any equipment. So this is just a variation of a moon salutation, but some of the more traditional moon salutation. This is sun goddess and moon. So moon goddess is pulling down here. Sun, you're reaching again, you're harnessing the power of the moon and you're pulling down. And just do that a few more times and move in a way that feels good for you. You're checking your alignment. You're checking that your elbows are dragging down to your hips. And energetically, you're mindfully, again, I'm harnessing the power of the moon. And maybe again tonight, just as a reminder, like, oh, I'm going to stick something out in the moon tonight. Sometimes I even put tea out in the moon and I drink the tea in the morning. I don't know, it just makes me feel good. So if that speaks to you, give it a try. One more time. Now we're going to turn towards the right foot. We're going to be in high lunge. Don't worry, we're not doing the lunges this time. We're just going to hold and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Hips are sinking low. Fingertips are reaching high. Your hands can come down on either block. Release your knees down. Take a deep breath in. Point your left toes. Exhale, pull back, runner's lunge. Come into yourself. Fold inward. Remember some of those quotes that I read earlier. How flexibility is power. You bend in the wind. You bend without breaking. Take one more very deep breath in. Shift your weight forward. Remember, you can use your blocks for your balancing half moon if you wish or not. You're going to push off the ball of the left foot. Send that left leg up high. Remember your modification of using a bent knee. Your right knee would be on the floor. Your right hand right under your shoulder and your left hand up to the sky. Energetically illuminate. Imagine the rays of the sun reaching out. The illumination of the moon. You are strong from your center. You are empowered. One more breath. Left hand comes down, left foot comes down. Your feet are between your blocks. You inhale to your halfway lift. You open your heart to receive that positive energy. We are both a receiver of positive energy and a transmitter, but we have to receive first, so open to receive. Exhale, plant your palms, step, or feel free to hop to plank. Go through a vinyasa if you like. You can just go straight to downward facing. Hi, Leo. Nice downward dog, buddy. Downward facing dog, everyone. Leo just demonstrated it for you. So animals move just like that. Like they do that. I didn't tell him to do that. He just does that. And that's the thing. Like we have to do that too. Like move. Your body craves it, right? Yes. Okay. So now I want you to go ahead and step your left foot forward up and through your blocks. Check that your knee's out right over your ankle. You're going to inhale back to your high lunge. And we're going to breathe and open. Strengthen energetically. Imagine that ball. You can't have a ball between your knees here because your legs are in a straddle, basically. But imagine the ball was between your knees and you're squeezing that ball in. So if you see the difference, energetically you squeeze in. You feel the strength in your core. Hips are low, arms are high, breath is deep. Hands come down on the blocks. Release the knee. Runner's lunge, pull back. Fold inward to yourself. Feel the breath coming in and out through the nose. Again, feel proud, feel grateful, feel honored, feel thankful that you showed up and we're in this together, part of this powerful ripple effect. Take one more very deep breath in. Positive, contagious energy. Shift. Last balancing half moon. Curl your right toes. Push off your right foot. This is what we're going to do in our Instagram reel, by the way. We're going to do balancing half moon. So I challenge you to check out the Instagram reel. I'm going to film it right after class, you guys. Fresh from class, all warmed up. And then I challenge you to remix the reel. And then everyone that does that is going to be entered into a drawing, okay? Get out of your comfort zone, warriors. You got to do some things that are uncomfortable. I know. Like, I've never done that before. I know. Well, neither did I. You think this is easy for me? Nope, it's not. Hopefully I make it look easy, but I'm telling you it's not. Okay, release your hand and your foot down. Beautiful job, everyone. I'm so proud of you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step to child's pose. Right knee back, left knee back. You're done with the hard part. Fold inward to yourself one more time. Imagine the energy of the sun healing you, energizing you, filling your prana, your life force energy. Just like all the plants need the sun and the rain to nourish them so that they can grow strong and be the fullest version of those little seeds in the ground. You need the same, okay? I know you know that. The action is what matters. Go ahead and sit yourself up, cross your legs. We're gonna finish with that circle that we started with, and then we're gonna head back outside just for one more second just to be in awe of nature. Okay, hands down onto your knees, close your eyes if you like, or keep a soft eyes open is fine too. Lean to one side, lead with your heart. Again, the head's not doing anything, the head's just on top of the spine. Lead with your heart, roll out through your hips. Breathe in and out through your nose. And once again, reflect back on a journey. You have 1 week ahead of you. Whatever obstacles got in your way, whatever held you back, put as much energy into the finish this final week as you did the first week. And then there's no failure, right? It's the giving up. It's, oh, I couldn't because of this, X, Y, Z, whatever. Do you do the best you can? Put that positive energy into your finish, just as you did when you signed up and when you started. Okay, one more time in this direction. And then go ahead and reverse the circle. Maybe after class today, you pull out your journal, you take that opportunity to reflect and reset. You think about the symbolism of this October full moon. It's the hunter's moon. It's the season that we prepare for winter, but it's also that season, as I mentioned on our Facebook page, what cord do you need to cut? What do you need to let go of? So you can focus your energy more on what matters to you and what aligns to you. How do you want to feel? Ask your higher self that same question and maybe journal about it. Okay, one more circle. And then just find stillness in the center, palms down first, heart open and lifted. Feel your hands resting down onto your knees and then turn your palms to face upward. Again, we are a receiver and a transmitter. Receiver and transmitter. Receiving needs to come first. So it's so common that we put ourselves at the bottom of our list. I'm guilty of it too. I have a lot on my list every day, and everybody else gets my attention. But when I put myself first, and it's small chunks sometimes, it's not hours at a time most days, but when I do that, then I become a transmitter of positive energy. I can't transmit that positive energy unless I receive it first. Okay, let's take a moment to contemplate that. So palms are facing up, receiving, thumb and index finger together to touch. So honored and proud, so open, so grounded, so grateful. Take a moment of silence to reset your positive intention and harness the power of this beautiful full moon today. One or two more deep, conscious, full inhalations. Feel the positive energy coming in. Again, contemplate the golden Buddha chipping away, showing your inner light, illuminating from the inside, and the musk deer. I trust my intuition. I follow my inner wisdom. Take your hands to your heart center. Bow to yourself for showing up. Namaste, everyone. The light within me honors and acknowledges that same light that is within each of you. Set your healthy boundaries, cut those cords, and focus your energy on yourself as best you can today. Stay strong, stay positive, and stay flexible, warriors. Okay, Leo says. Okay, so I'm going to head outside real quick. Again, drink, maybe you have a juice, maybe you make a smoothie. It's stew and soup season, so find some healthy recipes. I shared lots of them with you. Ginger, carrot soup, squash soup, the Tuscan kale soup. You guys also healing and so amazing. Good downward dog, buddy. That's your second one. Okay, we're going to go outside real quick. If you can stick with me for 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to really quickly film an Instagram reel for you all. And I challenge you, now that you're nice and warmed up, that we're going to practice it quickly. Come on, everybody. Who's coming? Bruno, are you so sleepy? He's still sleeping over here. Look at him. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Let's go. We're going outside. We'll practice it really quickly here, and then I'm going to film it like right after class. And then I'm going to challenge you to remix the reel. Okay? Okay. Yes, the answer is yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, the sun is up. And look, you guys, look at the beautiful, we have this huge, I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't with the sun. It's a huge, 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 it needs cut back actually, burning bush. And it is bright red, like my shirt. Okay, here's what it's going to look like. First of all, mountain pose. We are aligned and we are open. We know what we want and we take those actions. Okay, so mountain pose first. Then you're going to transfer your weight to your left foot, pull your right knee into your chest. It's a single leg mountain pose, balancing on one leg. I have my shoes on here. It's going to make it a little bit harder. Take a deep breath in. And then we're going to go straight to balancing half moon. And you're going to say, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Left hand's going to come down. Right hand's going to reach to the sky. We're in balancing half moon. 3, 2, 1. We're going to come back up. We're going to do the best we can to maintain our balance. So we're going to pull that right knee back into the chest. We're going to maintain and open up. And we're going to release that right foot down. We're going to inhale positive energy. I would encourage you to do this with bare feet, by the way, if you can. It's warmer out now, so I should and I will, but I got my little slipper shoes on here. Open the heart, pull the shoulder blades back in together, breathe, turn the corners of the mouth upward, please. Positive energy, and then straight to balancing half moon. Yes, I can. Right hand comes down. You can use your block, by the way, have it down on the ground. I know you can't see where I'm touching. I'll try to focus the camera a little bit better when we get to the Instagram, and then come back up. You know what, I'll probably do it a little bit differently on the Instagram just to make it a little bit easier. And then bring the left foot down. Take an inhale, positive energy in. And then exhale, good posture. Hands down by your side. Did you do it? So what we'll do instead of from the balancing half moon, we'll release the foot down and we'll do a halfway lift. It'll be a little bit easier, trust me. I'll modify it. So namaste, everyone. Thanks for sticking with me. Stay positive, stay strong, stay healthy, stay flexible, warriors. Enjoy this beautiful day and the full moon, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.